Welcome to Storytime Fun, boys and girls. We hope you enjoy. Today's story is called My Circus Story with the Friendly Giraffe. It had been a good day when the giraffe and his companion, the toucan, decided to take a walk. They had gone off on many wonderful adventures together and wanted to find one today too. They were passing by their friend's house, so they stopped by to say hello. This morning, Toucan looked down from his perch on the giraffe's head and said, "Good morning, Courtney. We know a fun place to go. If you want to come, jump on aboard." Courtney Owens climbed on the big giraffe's back and she asked, "Can my friend Pamela come along too?" "Sure, let's be off," said Toucan. Cindy, Courtney's pet, followed happily. The giraffe jogged on and on and on, past big buildings and little buildings, over hills and through tunnels until... "What's that ahead?" asked Courtney. "Is that a circus?" The giraffe squinted his eyes against the sun and nodded slowly as if he wasn't quite sure. Courtney poked Pamela. "It is! Yes, it is a circus! I haven't seen a circus since my last birthday on April the 2nd. As they hurried over the dirt road, the circus wagons grew bigger and bigger and bigger. "Circus coming to Saniston soon. Keep British Columbia beautiful." Toucan asked the clown, "Why do you look so sad?" The clown said, "No one will give us a place for our circus." Courtney jumped down from her friend's back. "My name is Courtney. What's yours?" she asked the clown. "I have no name. Everyone in this circus calls me Sad Clown," he said. "I am sad because no one will give us a place where we can make children happy." "We will find you a place," Courtney said. "Everyone follow Giraffe and me." Yay! Elephants followed the acrobats, who followed the tigers, who followed the trapeze artists, who followed the bareback riders, who followed the band, who followed the giraffe and his friends into town. They went from house to house. They knocked on many doors. At the corner house, a trapeze artist asked, "Do you know where we can have a circus?" "No," the woman said, "but if you find a place, let me know. My children would love to go." Toucan tapped the shoulder of a newspaper boy. "Do you know where we can have a circus?" he asked. "Nope," the boy replied, "but if you find a place, let me know. I would like to come along." Sad Clown sighed. "Oh, I told you no one will give us a place for our circus." Then they led the children down the street. Toucan pointed to an empty lot. "Look," he said, "we can have the circus there." "Good," shouted the fat lady. "Good," cried the gymnast. "Good," boomed the band leader. A man on the bulldozer stopped. "What are you doing?" he asked. Toucan said, "We're going to have a circus." The man slowly shook his head. "I am sorry, but I am building a new home for my family. If you find a place, let me know. My children love the circus." Sad Clown sobbed. "I told you no one will give us a place for our circus." circus. Soon they spotted a shopping center which seemed like a nice place for the circus. Everyone clattered into the shopping center after the giraffe. Elephants practiced around the ring, keeping time to the music. Men put up a high wires between the drugstore and the supermarket. The trapeze artists practiced swinging back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Suddenly, delivery truck screeched to a halt. Car stopped. Shoppers stared. Shop owners yelled, "We are sorry. You cannot have your circus here. No one can deliver food and no one can buy food." A tear rolled down Sad Clown's cheek as he said, "I told you no one will give us a place for our circus." "Are you thinking about a new place?" the toucan asked their new friends. They replied, "We're thinking as hard as we can." They thought long and hard, everyone thought. The animal trainer, the fat lady, the strong man, even the trapeze artist, all thought about a place for their circus. Sad Clown was very sad. He didn't know what to do. "Who loves the circus the most?" asked Toucan. The giraffe stretched his long neck, pointed his head into the direction of a building, and winked. "Giraffe, you've given us the answer. Follow us," said the children. They led the circus down the street and around the corner to a school. Yay! What a wonderful idea. "Who thought of the school?" they asked. "Courtney and Pamela led us here," said Sad Clown. Everyone cheered. "Hooray for Courtney! Hooray for Pamela!" All the children looked out of the school window and clapped their hands. The principal said, "The big tent can go on the baseball field." Everyone they had met came to the circus. The women they spoke to, the newspaper boy, the man and the bulldozer, they were all there for the wonderful show. All the performers started getting ready for the big show. The giraffe hurried, the lions roared, the balloon man blew up 40 balloons, the gymnast jumped and turned flips in the air. Yay! Inside the big tent, trapeze artists sailed hundreds of feet through the air. The crowd oohed and awed. Elephants kept perfect time to the music. Courtney and Pamela had never seen such a grand show. Everyone clapped so loud they could hardly hear the music. And who rode a tiny little tricycle around the ring, pulled 100 balloons out of his hat, and made everyone laugh? Sad Clown! Yay! And for the first time, he smiled. "It's all because of you," the Sad Clown told Courtney. "Now I'll do my best tricks for you." Courtney clapped and laughed at the funny tricks the clown did. Pamela and Cindy thought the clown was very funny too. They watched the trapeze artist so high above their heads. The band played on. Jugglers spun 100 plates into the air. Mouths dropped open. The strong man lifted up 1,000 pounds over his head. Everyone gasped. Lions leaped through the air, blazing hoops of fire. Heads shook in amazement, and Toucan took part in every act. Everyone clapped and cheered. It was a marvelous circus. When it was over, Courtney and Pamela and their friendly giraffe started for home. Cindy tagged behind. That was the best circus I've ever seen, Courtney said. I'm so glad I thought of a place for it. Everyone else was glad too. Soon they were on Walser Place. Courtney said goodbye to the friendly giraffe and gave him a big hug. The friendly giraffe just winked. Well, that's it for today. We'll see you again next time.